Hello everyone, I'm Everton Zacchini, and today I'll be teaching one basic strumming pattern for Bossa Nova and one variation of this pattern. Let's go! Alright, so the first thing to play Bossa Nova is to get the feeling of the rhythm. So you have this pulse, and the pulse is always 2, so we count 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Second thing is the bass. So when we play the notes, we will keep here the lower note like a bass line. So we play this note always downbeat on beats 1 and 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we got the chords where you have to play off beat, plucking the strings with index, middle, and ring fingers. So when I pluck the strings, the first note will be downbeat and then the other ones will be offbeat. So it will be 1 E and the 2 E and the 1 E and the 2 E and the 1 E and the 2 E and the 1 E and the 2 E and... So let's get a closer look with the chords and with the strumming pattern. Okay, so let's get our first pattern, the basic one. We're gonna be playing on the D minor chord. So this is D minor 9 chord. So we have here the root note, the D note on the string 5, fret 5. Our finger one, we're going to press on the string 4, fret 3, finger 3 on string 3, and finger 4 on string 2. So the first thing that we're gonna practice is only the first part of the pattern. On beat 1, we're gonna pluck all the strings. Okay, my right hand like a classical guitar. So we're gonna pluck here string 5, 4, 3, and 2. We're gonna count 1, 2, 1. Then in the upbeat, we're going to pluck with index, middle, and ring fingers, like this. So you do 1 and 1 and. The first part of the pattern will be 1, 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. The second part, we're gonna play only the bass, the thumb on beat 2. So all strings without bass, only the bass. It sounds like this: 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. The next step will be you pluck all the strings, then without the bass, bass, and then without the bass. So right after the beat 2, we have to pluck the string to get this. All fingers, without bass, bass, and then the chord. We can count like this: 1 E and the 2 E and the 1 E and the 2 E and one more time slow: 1 E and the 2 E and the 1 E and the 2 E and. I will play in a loop. I won't change the chord yet, only the loop with the strumming pattern. 1 E and the 2 E and the 1 E and the 2 E and 1 E and the 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and the 2 E and 1 E and the 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. This is the first basic pattern. Now I will apply this strumming pattern with a chord progression. The chords will be D minor 9, so a G dominant 7. This chord will be played a little bit different. In Bossa Nova, one of the characteristics is that the chords are like chords from jazz. If you don't know these chords, check the other video about the chords for Bossa Nova. Keep going here. This chord will be finger 1 on fret 3, string 6, finger 2, string 4, fret 3, finger 4, string 3, fret 4, finger 3 on string 2, fret 3. And the next chord will be a C major 7 chord. This chord will be string 5, finger 1, fret 3, finger 3, string 4, fret 5, finger 2, string 3, fret 4, and finger 4, string 2, fret 5. D minor 9, G dominant 7, C major 7. Let's apply the strumming pattern. So the strumming pattern will be once on D minor 9, once on G dominant 7th, and twice C major 7. 1, 1, and 2. Let's go. 1 E and 2 E and 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 1 E and 2 E and. Okay, now that you get the first pattern, let's move on to the second one. That is a little bit more tricky, but that's the strumming pattern that you really get the groove. So let's get this one. Will be the same chords, the same chord progression, but we have a little detail that makes a lot of difference when we play Bossa Nova. This strumming pattern will be, instead of you pluck all the strings on beat 1, 1 and 2 and 1, we're gonna do earlier our chord. So I will pluck before 1 and then come with the bass on beat 1. So it will be like this: 1 E and 2 E and 1. So now I will play the whole strumming pattern. 1 E and 2 E and 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 1 E and 2 E and. Now let's apply this strumming pattern with the same chord progression, but then what we have to do when you play this chord progression, we have to anticipate our chord change just a little bit, because as we play this chord before 1, so when we move here we have to do the same thing, and then here. So it's like 1 E and 2 E and 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 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and E and 1 E and 2 E and. So now let's do the whole strumming pattern with the chord transition. 1 E and 2 E and 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 1 E and 2 E and. Alright, one more tip here for when you play Bossa Nova. So, we've been playing only keeping the root note, the bass line here. So it's very common when you have our root note on the 5th string, we do the movement with the bass in fifths. So we have the root and the 5th over here. So we play 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So for example, on this chord progression that we've been playing, we can do like 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1. When we play on the 60th string, we don't do, we keep the same note, the bass here. Alright, there we have it. If you liked it, please subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, thumbs up, ring the bell, and if you have any questions or suggestions, please leave a comment. See ya!